This is my 2022 Ford Expedition Limited Max, and had a little problem. I bought it used. It's got 20-some thousand miles on it. And the problem is that this little tab here, if I could find it, on my vent, that fell off. It broke off, and the fins were fine, and I went to look for a repair kit, and you can't find any repair kits for these. I think this tab and this vent is exclusive to 2022 to 2025 expeditions. It's not used on the earlier expeditions, and I'm not even quite sure about the 2022. So anyway, you got to replace the whole vent, and the vents are available for like $80 to $100, I'm going to guess, OEM. I suppose you could try to find a used one. The problem with the used ones, and I'll throw a picture up here, is it's got a whole bunch of tabs on it, and you're going to have to take a bunch of this hardware off of here, including, I think, the dash pad, and I don't think there's anything here on the glove box side, but you got to get down here on the bottom and here, and there's some clips behind there. And so I went ahead and decided to try and fix it by just gluing it back on. So let's go ahead and watch the video and watch me gluing this back on with some super glue. So here's the vents here in the center of the console and my touched up screen. But anyway, this one here is still working fine. This one here is the side that broke off. And there's the two pieces that separated and this fell out. So we're going to try and get this back in there and glue it in. Now, what holds these two pieces together is four little tabs, and you can see that, well, you can't see it, but there's three little tabs that are very much broken off. So right here, there's one tab still left, and it's probably going to fall off here in a second. And there used to be one there, one here, and one here. And those would clip into four little, I'll call them holes or slots, right there and right there. And they're little square pockets that would snap into there. And you can see the two on this side and two on that side. And that's what holds this whole thing together. Four little pieces of plastic. So if somebody's a little forceful with sliding this back and forth, sliding that back and forth on the vent, they could potentially break those tabs off pretty easily. So now, of course, my wife, she claims she didn't. She just barely touched it, but and it's very possible that some previous owner or some repair person was trying to do something, and they broke it off. But I was able to recover the two pieces. Of course, this one was pretty simple because it was on the outside. This one here was laying on the inside, and I got it out of there. And this was laying inside here, and I got that out of there by just using a prick and some needle nose pliers to get it out. I gotta be careful, I don't want to lose it down inside the vent, and then I'll be in real trouble. Now this piece has one little tab, alignment tab, that's sticking out. And it kind of gives you the idea of how this fits into here, because there is one little hole right there that tab fits into. So this goes together like this. And you can see this, this gear piece is a little bit longer on one side than the other. So does it go in like this, or does it go in like this? And it actually goes in like this. By looking at the driver's side, you can just see that it's a little bit longer on this, on the bottom side, than it is on the top. So this has to go in here like this. So I'm going to try and put this gear piece back in there without dropping it and making it disappear. For alignment purposes, which way do we want to go? We're going to go all the way this way so it's closed. And that's also the safest because if this piece falls in there, at least we can hopefully recover it without it falling all the way down in the vent. So now I'm going to stick this in here, and I'm going to try and get that last tooth You can't tell which one's a tooth, but this here is a tooth right here. I'm trying to get that last tooth in this slot. And wish me luck. And I gotta make sure I got it oriented the right way. I almost put it in upside down. This side's gotta be down, so it's gotta be going like this. Now, did it get it in right? So it looks like I got it on the right tooth. So this tooth on the round gear, that's attached to the vent, and this loose piece here, I've got that in the last slot right in here. So now it's just sitting here, and that's actually supposed to be up, centered on this fin. Okay, so now I've got it on the fin, and you can see that one broken tab is right there, and the other broken tab was over here. So what I'm going to try and do, and this little pin has got to fit in that little hole right there. That's the alignment pin. And once you get that aligned up, this thing will pretty much self-align on here. Now, let me turn this a little bit. Oh, it's going to fall out. There we go. Yeah, it's got to be right about there. So what's missing here is I need to kind of keep this lifted up, I think, just a little bit. But we're going to be using some super glue. And this is gel. And I'm only going to apply it on this edge here. I'm going to try and keep it away from this because that could get on the fin. I'm trying to keep any of the super glue from getting on the fin, which will affect, of course, how well this is going to slide. So we don't want that to happen. So once again, I'm just going to keep the super glue from here to here. So a little bit of glue here, a little bit of glue here, and then we're going to slide it on there, and hopefully this thing doesn't drop, because otherwise I'm going to have globs of super glue to try to clean up. It almost looks like I need to open that a little bit to get that thing centered a little bit better. It might be a little bit more balanced, as much as I hate to do that. Something like that. All right, you can't really see where I spread it, but it's on there like I promised. And I got that pin that needs to go on this side. And I'm going to try and shove it in there. And hopefully I've got it in the right location. Looks like I did. It looks like it's stuck on there pretty good. Did end up with a touch of it on my finger right here. It looks like some of it got smeared on the fin right there. So we're going to let this all dry up, and then maybe I'll try to now I got it on my fingers. I'm spreading it everywhere. So we're going to use my other hand to touch this now. And it looks like I might have it. It looks like it's stuck to the little gear piece. Like I said, you can see the little white pieces, residual glue that I got on there. So I'm going to try and clean that off and get it off of the, that's not glue up there, that's a reflection. This here, got a little bit of smear of glue right there, that little white streak that you can see by my nail. Seems to be working okay. And there you can see down there, you can see a little glob of glue that squirted out right there. Now it does feel a little bit stiffer than the driver's side, like a little more resistance. But we've got the full travel. It's not glued to the fin, so that's all good news. And as you can see, it looks like I was successful getting this on there. I did get a couple drops of super glue on the fin and on the button itself, but it doesn't look too bad. I can see it because I did it. Most people are not going to notice it. So, and it beats taking this whole thing apart and trying to replace this $100 part. So it worked. We'll see how long it lasts. I think it's going to be pretty permanent. The super glue is actually not too bad. You just got to be careful when you're sliding this thing, whether it's broken or not, sliding this thing back and forth or up and down, that this thing potentially could break it off. Somebody broke it off. So anyway, we're all done. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.